J. Cole, the off-season. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for J. Cole. I'm not gonna give y'all motherfuckers no background. It's J. Cole. Shit.
J. Cole.
I'm just saying.
It's J. Cole.
It's the dream. It's the dreamers out here. But yeah, man. Look, do your Googles, man. J. Cole, one of the biggest hip hop artists out. Very anticipated project. I want to say, was it like almost 3 years since the last one, something like that. Over the last couple of years, J. Cole has been releasing singles. Last year during the podcast reviews, make sure you go over there. Me and Ken do one podcast album review per day, and every Sunday we have a single Sunday. But Myke joined us on the first singles that J. Cole was releasing back in 2020. And then obviously the album got pushed back. Then he released Interlude. Make sure you go check out that track review. That's already out on the channel.
Barely 2 minutes or right at 2 minutes long. I was like, okay, this is a bullshit. And it's some shit that J. Cole would do. But I can't deny that the shit was fucking nice. So you know, I think when I reflected on it, it was a smart idea to kind of give people a taste.
And then that leads us here, man. The off-season. I remember vividly that nobody here liked KOD except for me. So much so that we had to go back and we addressed some of the comments and a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? So thank you to Dreamers. Thank you for making us revisit that project. So I want to do this one just a little bit different, just because obviously coming off of that last one, how that went. How does everybody feel about this one?
Like I mentioned before, when we did the Dreamville 3 compilation, I remember we was all like, yo, J. Cole sounds like energetic, like, cause he's going over different production. And I remember, I think the day before the album dropped, I think either on Thursday or that Wednesday, J. Cole had tweeted the track list of the producers that were involved. I'm like, okay, I see different different producers. I'm like, okay, cool. So I think
it was like 14 of them on this.
Yeah,
one.
So I'm like, okay, that's, you know, so I was like, okay, so the expectations levels, and then I had watched like a documentary. He had released like a little 12-minute documentary, I guess leading up to this album, like part of the album rollout. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna see what he gonna do with these, you know, the different producers. I wasn't really too high on the Interlude joint. I remember we all did a review of it. I wasn't super hype on that one, but yeah, this album is definitely. I can honestly sit here and say this is my favorite Cole project since Friday Night Lights.
Woo!
Like,
that's a long time, boy.
Yeah. I mean, in 2014, Forest Hills Drive was cool, and I remember us liking his solo joint, A Cold World, Sideline Story. But yeah, after that, I mean, Born Center was just like, man, you know, KOD, man, For Your Eyes Only, man, you know, because it's like he was going over his own production a lot, and it was just like, dude, like, I need you to not go over your own production no more. Like, go over other folks' production, and he did that with this one, and I feel like it. Look, I walked away from this album like, yo, I finally enjoy a Cole project now for first time in a long time. Because everybody know I was very critical of Cole, especially me being someone that was a fan of his earlier stuff, the Come Up mixtape, the Warm Up, and Friday Night Lights. So this is
Myke, like, did this meet your expectation? Because I know you was another very critical J. Cole critiquer.
I was a J. Cole hater. You can say that.
I'll try to be nice.
No, I mean I can admit when I was hating on the kid. But yeah, no, this definitely met my expectations. I really enjoyed this project. This is the first J. Cole album, because I don't think I heard Friday Night Lights.
Oh, okay.
Because we didn't review that, right?
No,
so I don't think I've heard that one.
Before we got started, yeah.
Okay, so so everything I've heard from J. Cole has been on this show, and I haven't really enjoyed it. I mean, I could have said it in a nicer way than I have in the past, but I haven't really enjoyed his projects. This is the first one I've actually really enjoyed. I don't know what the drastic difference is. The only thing I can figure out is it didn't sound like he was trying to be too conceptual, too heady, too like out there. It just sounded like he was rapping.
Dude just wanted to rap.
And I've said a million times that I think J. Cole is a great rapper, but typically when I listen to his albums, I'm not sucked in. I just kind of find them to be a little bit dull. I didn't feel that with this. I didn't feel that with this at all. I feel like the production that he was going over maybe it challenged him or something, but he was doing multiple flow. Like just from 95 South, I was like,
Yes.
God damn,
Yes, the opening.
this is what I'm talking about. Because he's right, when we were talking about that comp, I remember thinking anytime J. Cole showed up, he really showed up to rap.
Yep.
But I wasn't getting that same energy when I listened to his albums.
Exactly.
Because it made me go back and listen to some of his other stuff, and I was just like, I'm not really feeling it. But those features, I was like, damn, that's what I'm talking about. I fucked with this. I was like, damn, he sounds great on most. There's a couple songs that I wasn't,
Yeah.
you know, but the vast majority, yeah, it met my
That's what's
expectations.
up. All right, Ken. Expectations. Did it meet or not meet? That is the question.
The iPad. You know they love it. You know they gonna say something.
I got the iPad. So
I know. That's what I said.
Yeah, if I had the phone, I don't know. I was actually a little surprised by this one.
Okay.
You know, and mainly by his rapping, to be honest, because I don't listen to a lot of J. Cole post reviews, so I don't recall him rapping this way all the time. It seemed like it was constant throughout the album, and this one felt very lively. You know, it felt like it had a lot of life to it. It didn't feel, you know, like it was just very like samey, monotonous, quote unquote boring, as they like to say. Nah, it was like, you know, it had a very nice, straight, like constant feel to it, and I think a lot of that had to do with J. Cole. Like, it was one of the things I said on the track review. He sounded like energetic, like he was coming here to show these motherfuckers, like, you know, I hear what y'all motherfuckers saying, and like, you know, so I'm working on changing that. So I thought that overall it was a really, really solid, surprising listen for me, considering his past projects.
You know, I feel like me and B have flipped in terms of when we like J. Cole. J. Cole likes early J. Cole and then doesn't like later J. Cole. And I don't like early J. Cole and I like later J. Cole. And this just adds to the list of the joints that I like. I like the Forest Hills Drive. I like the KODs. I like this one. But it definitely, so it met my expectation. I just wanted to go around the room, ask expectation, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of the review, man, like when 95 South came and I heard just the horns, I'm like, damn, this sounds like some young, old Jeezy, old like you know, old.
You gave me You Don't Know. It reminded me of You Don't Know with Jay-Z.
You know what I'm saying? Like it reminded me of.
Are you saying Jay-Z or Jeezy?
Jeezy.
That's what I thought.
No, I said, and there, the beat reminded me of You Don't Know.
Yeah,
You Don't Know.
And
Yeah,
you said Jay-Z.
Yeah, he said Jay-Z.
Okay.
I said Jeezy.
Just because of the beat.
Yeah, just the loudness of it reminded me of like early 2000s trap music when you know the whole genre was being born. And then he had Cameron talk on it. I'm saying, oh shit, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then the way Little John came on at the end,
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, Cole, bro, you fuck with my emotions already, my nigga. Like I know you from the South, but I never really.
I got hype off that shit.
I was mad hype because I don't think that J. Cole has ever made me really feel like he's Southern like that.
I got a question though. So listen to that, because it was like, okay, we know that's old Louis John from way back in the day. For whatever reason, it didn't sound like old and dated.
No,
so it's
like he brought it back.
Does Lil Jon style never go out of style?
You know what? And I saw Little Scrappy talk about like how Crunk and everything prematurely got canceled, but it's like Duke Deuce. We love Duke Deuce.
But I guess the question is, can you always get crunk, so to speak?
Yes. I think it's all about how you do it. I think at that time it got corny just because it got overplayed and there was no variation. But now when somebody like
Duke
Cole
Deuce
brings it back, Duke Deuce brings it, you know, to a different degree, then it's like, oh shit, like I was missing this, you know what I'm saying? But I've never felt Cole make me feel like he was from the South more than this track.
Okay, I got you. But that may work for me, who grew up in that era, listening to that, was present for it. But what about these young cats that, you know, for them, it's like maybe some old shit?
No, because how can it be old if they didn't know that it was already out? This is new to them.
Okay. Y'all young motherfuckers, let me know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, motherfucker, let me know.
Yo, young motherfucker, let me know. You let me know.
Oh, shit.
My life with 21.
Man.
Bruh.
Man.
Was that the same sample as A Lot?
No,
No, so
you
it
think
was.
Wait,
Or
no.
wasn't it?
It was another one.
Sample?
It was another sample.
Yeah.
I know B know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
On another song.
But either way, it gave me.
It gave you a lot part two.
A lot part two. You know what I'm saying? Because the first time I was listening to it, I didn't even know. I didn't look at the track list and that. So when it was right, I was like, okay, I like this. And then when 21 came out, I said, oh shit,
Man.
oh shit.
Yeah, he sounded good.
Yeah,
That's
man.
one that's just like Ken 21 has grown.
Yeah,
throughout
21
the
that
years.
dude, man.
I remember I did not used to care for 21 at all, but yeah, I'm like every time I see 21, I'm like I gotta listen to this. I gotta listen to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 21's that guy, man. I fucks with. Did he let Boz rap at all on
No,
here?
Boz
Just sang on 2
Boz
songs,
was
I
singing.
think.
Oh,
He sang on
okay.
2 joints.
I kept waiting for him to rap, but I was like,
Me
"He's
too.
not
Maybe
rapping."
Boz don't want to rap no more. Maybe he's, and we haven't heard a whole project from Boz in a minute, right?
Nah, we
been a while.
haven't. I didn't know he transitioned.
Is he
over-
still on Dreamville?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he is. Okay.
Do people ever leave Dreamville?
No.
I
No,
don't think they do.
they don't. They just
ever
get
leave
stuck in
Dreamville?
there. They
Oh,
probably
that's
have to-
fucked up.
they
I ain't
probably
mean,
have to
I ain't mean it like
looking out
that.
the window.
Damn.
I ain't mean it like
yeah.
that.
See, he ain't gonna go that way.
I
No,
didn't
my
mean
life
it
was
like
dope
that.
as fuck, man. That's one of my favorite tracks on the album, actually.
What about Pride is the Devil?
It was good.
But
Yeah, with
it's-
Lil Baby.
Yeah.
I still don't get Lil Baby.
He had a dope feat. Hey, look, this and the Drake joint. I mean, you can't deny that. There
I
was some
got-
good features that he's
Yeah,
put
I
out.
got close on this one, but it's like I guess it's full length projects. I don't know, but this one I was like,
Yeah, I've never listened to a full length project of Lil
Okay.
Baby, but that Drake feature that we did the EP off of, he spazzed on that, and I thought he did a good job on this one, on this Pride is the Devil.
yeah, I like that Cole is kind of adding some of the newer elements to like his rap style, like some of these these new cats with the little singy songy thing. I think that is actually kind of dope that he's not kind of staying stagnant.
Yeah. I feel like he's definitely embracing the younger generation. Honestly, like listening to this project, it really gives me vibes of middle child, meaning like Cole is still young enough to appeal to the younger generation with getting the little babies on here. I used to fuck with Little Bibby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he just came to my mind like that, but getting the little babies on here, getting 21 on here, but grown enough, you know what I'm saying, like to rap the way he's rapping and almost sounding like an OG to these younger rappers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I feel like he did a real good job with that. Like he did a good job of being accessible with spitting the majority of the time on this. Like I felt like he really did a good job there.
Why features on this one?
Because he's been talking about he was living like in this bubble and just letting more people in, and just kind of he was like, if I go 20, 30 years ahead and I look back, am I gonna have regrets not working with certain artists and not doing certain things? So let me open myself up so that way I don't have regrets later on.
He said that on that documentary.
Yep.
On that,
Yep.
yeah.
I was watching
What documentary?
I watched it.
Yeah.
What documentary?
I forgot what it's called.
Oh, that came with this?
It was kind of like a part of the album.
It was released
about-
on I saw it on like YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, it's on
okay,
YouTube.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
So yeah.
So his lyric game to me stepped up a lot. I don't really walk away with a lot of quotables from J. Cole. But this one, like just on 95 South alone, I was like, he's really like barring this. Like the Mario line, when you had you Luigi's brother now.
Yeah.
He said bullets humming like Cuddy. That shit made me
yeah.
laugh out loud. I was like, oh my God. He said something about Krispy Kreme. He said Krispy Kreme dreams. My dogs are dying to kill 12, something like that. I was like, damn, this is actually
that's a good one.
that's a hard bar. But I was actually really impressed with the majority of the songs here. I'm trying to remember the only one I didn't really.
Did you catch the Ghost in the Shell line? I forgot what song it was.
I didn't.
But he says,
I caught that.
yeah, he was like something about ghosts and then shelling you niggas or something like that. I can't remember.
Oh
the
no,
line,
I didn't catch that one.
Yeah.
Let Go My Hand was the one that I didn't really like. Cause that's the type of J. Cole that I don't really care for. Cause it was kind of like mellow and there just wasn't a lot of excitement there, and he was just kind of rapping a little bit monotone. But I think that might have been the only song that I felt that way about. Because
I like Let Go of My Hand.
Is that the one where you took where
well, you can like it.
No, I'm just saying, I was gonna say, I like it.
He said, I like that song.
I like that song. Yeah,
that's cool.
Let Go of My
You know?
Hand.
I thought you were gonna say Pride is the Devil, just because it sounds like that radio song. And while I agree that J. Cole does sound monotone on this one, it felt like the song.
Wait, you talking about Pride is the Devil now? Or are you talking about
Let Go of My Hand?
Yeah, Let Go of My Hand didn't do it for me.
Felt like he matched the vibe of that song and what it was going for. But I feel you because that is the J. Cole that we said that we haven't liked. Like that sounds like this. So I get that. But definitely I thought you were gonna say Pride is the Devil, because that sounds like the commercial. Like, okay, everybody's kind of doing this type of.
Yeah, but he was still. See, the thing that I noticed about a lot of this album is J. Cole was playing with flows a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like there'd be one verse and he'd flip his flow like 2 or 3 times. I don't remember specifically Pride is the Devil like that, but I remember thinking it was cool. Because I remember thinking like the first 5-6 tracks, I was just like, I'm actually really fucking enjoying this. And Pride is the Devil, I still like that one, but I don't remember that one being like super big on my list of songs that were dope.
Which one did he talk about fighting?
Did he?
Let Go of
I
My
think
Hand.
that was Let Go of My Hand.
Let Go of My Hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what that was about.
He said, they're friends now,
Yeah,
but
would you feel some kind of way if he put that out there? That was you.
nah, because he kind of put it out there like he was taking blame for it basically. And Diddy's on one of the songs. It might even been on that
He
song.
is?
Yeah, Diddy he did like an outro or something.
Yeah, like he was talking at the end of the
Was that the end?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So
okay.
it didn't sound like he was being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because before I listened to the album, of course, everyone on Twitter is like, "Oh my god, J. Cole got in a fight with Diddy," and I'm like, "Did he fight with everybody? What's wrong with Diddy?"
And you know how Twitter
Diddy
is.
does.
They start putting up old tweets from that event and everything. I'm like,
calm down.
They crazy, man.
But then when I heard the song, I was like, it doesn't sound disrespectful to me. It sounds
and he
like
just said that one line and that was it. Like,
yeah. It wasn't that big of a deal.
No, it
but
wasn't.
Close was a really good song. Like, I thought it was dope that he wrote the song about, his friend or whatever, his friend that passed away. But it also had like that MF Doom sample that was really dope. And I don't know who the producer is on that song. I
think it was Cole.
J. Cole.
Oh, J. Cole did that one?
He did that one.
Yeah.
Okay, J. Cole.
He did that one.
Okay, that's dope that he. I assume. That was Doom's song, and I don't know if that was I can't remember if that was a sample heavy song. I'm assuming he sampled the Doom song versus they just used the same sample. But either way, I thought it was dope. Like, and a song like that would normally, to me, probably sound a little corny. But I think he actually did really well with that. Like, he covered the topic in a tasteful manner. And he did his thing, but I'm surprised by how much I enjoyed this album. I did not expect to like this.
It's a nice balance to it, man. And that's what I kept like the word I kept going to when I was listening to it. Like, it opens real aggressive, high energy. It kind of continued that, and then it kind of mellowed out, but not in a way that's detrimental to it.
Right.
It's almost in a way of like, I'm gonna give you like some newer shit, but I know I have some OG fans here, so I'm gonna give you some stuff to kind of serve you as well, and kind of meet in the middle of the road, and just to make it all work, like you say, I'm gonna play with flows, to keep people like engaged and in my music. I did notice that, and I think you two talking about him working with different producers, at one point, he did that. So what did you think about him actually stepping outside of his own music?
No, I thought it was great. That was one thing I've been kind of one of the things I critiqued J. Cole about on his previous albums. Like, I felt like he just got too comfortable rhyming over his own production. So it's like, by him working with all these different producers, it's just like, I feel like it makes him step out the box a lot more. And I feel like the song versatility, his beat versatility throughout this album, I think was what stood out.
I don't think necessarily it's always about necessarily stepping out the box, but it's the collaboration piece. It's thinking out the idea a little bit more. It's having that let's have this conversation of where we want to go. Because J. Cole, as the producer, as soon as he produces, I know where I want to go. It's comfort with not having that own comfort of knowing exactly where you want to go. It makes you expand on that idea. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of what you hear. And obviously, I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong or nothing like that.
Yes,
but
he is.
I'm just trying to expand on it. But yeah, no, I think that conversation piece is what's integral for J. Cole. Because I think sometimes he can be too far into his own mind. And that's why it comes out like he's trying to be preachy conscious, and it's like you try too hard.
Right.
Where if we were talking, it's like, damn, maybe I do need to take a step back on this one and just but spaz out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I do need to go with this concept of where I was going and not rethink myself and make it overcomplicated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he still covered a lot of topics.
He did.
Like, if you look at a song like 100 Mil, like that song was crazy dope. He used 45 different fucking flows, and he was still talking about, you know, I mean, of course, covering the whole money thing is one thing. Is that whose phone? Is that you?
Ask whose phone?
I thought that was B. I'm about to say.
Oh, my joint on silent. No.
But one of my favorite songs on here was "Punching the Clock."
Oh, 100.
With that
100.
boom bap beat, and he really just rapped.
That's the one with Dame Lillard was talking in the beginning, right? They just put that sound bite from
Who was in the beginning? That was Dame in the
Dame
whole.
Lillard. Remember when they was in the bubble and that's when he was talking about the whole, I just came here to win a championship. Y'all know what I came here for. Like,
Okay.
I thought that was dope.
Yeah, that song was really fresh, and he had he had one of my favorite lines. He said, told him to come off his. I'm probably gonna butcher it. He said something like, told him to come up off his cross, trying to floss. He died. No, I'm sorry. Wait, was that it? Something like that. No. It was. He said, told him to come up off his chain for trying to floss. Died on a cross like the beginning of Christianity.
Yeah.
I
remember
was like,
that one.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, how has no one said that before? That line is just on the table, and no one has said that.
Yeah.
How has no one said that until now?
Right.
That line it's so dope, but it's so obvious. So I'm always like, did he get a time machine and go back and erase everyone else that said that?
Right.
So he can say it first? But yeah, man, that song was really dope. But I don't even know what else to say about this. This was a really enjoyable project. I think that he just didn't overthink it finally.
Yeah, 100. And I think also kind of like, you know, the off season when guys he get better. And I think, you know, that kind of applies here in rapping and punching the clock. You know, kind of what Dane was talking about. It was like I could stay where I'm at and be comfortable and still be successful, or I could work on my craft and get better.
More, yeah.
And it felt like that's what he did. Like, you know, he came out, he said, I'm gonna add to my game, you know, put some more in the bag, as you know, kids like to say.
And he proved that on this album. I feel like he really proved that on this album. It's like, this is that J. Cole that I was a fan of at first. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the closer, Hunger on Hillside, was definitely a dope.
Yeah,
a dope.
That was a great song.
A dope song to close the album. I feel
Had a
like
little knock to it too.
Yeah, it did. I mean, he started the album off good, and he finished the album off really good, man. So yeah, just like Myke, I don't have really nothing super. I mean, like I said, I didn't really care for the interlude track. You know,
you crazy, bro.
That's actually the track that I skip on.
You
That's
crazy,
tripping.
man. Skip your whole life.
Yeah,
you crazy.
I don't like
That's
that.
death.
I know, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. Don't skip your life, B. I need you around.
That's the only track I never cared for, man. Like, it just the beat didn't hit me.
Damn, bro, really? You didn't like the production on that song?
Other than that, everything else on this album, I thoroughly enjoyed.
Damn,
That is so weird.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I didn't know that.
I know, because that's what I'm saying. Not because we wasn't together when we was talking about.
No, I watched the video.
Oh, you did?
And I was like,
I skipped B part.
damn.
I'm just playing.
Damn. We got the no beat edit.
I know, right?
No, I watched like the
Without beat. Don't take all that shit out.
Yeah, I watched
this was dope, man.
a couple of parts, but I didn't get a chance to finish it. And Feefo was listening to it one day, was here, but I did not hear you say that. Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was the only track I didn't like. Like I said, I fuck with Let Go of My Hand because I think I like the way how J. Cole told the story of his thought process of after you hear beats. You know, I always hear like different MCs.
Oh, yeah.
When they hear beats and then they don't feel it at first, but then he talked about experienced life, but then it just so happened to be detailing that situation.
Yeah.
And him going back to that beat, like, my friend sent me this beat. I didn't feel it at first. Like, I think that's dope to hear an MC like talk about their thought process when they hearing beats from different producers, how it don't hit them at first, and then just they go off and do something else and come back. And he wrote that. So I thought that's why I like Let Go of My Hand so much. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to think. has an MC really detailed experience of when they listen to a beat and when they not feeling it and coming back and writing the song. So I think that's the reason why I like Let Go of My Hand. That was a dope track, and I think the Climb Back was off the EP.
Yeah, the Climb Back was off of the EP.
That's why that
Because
song.
when I listened to it, I was like, "Damn, this sounds familiar." I said, "This sounds familiar."
I like that song too.
That's the one that you
Oh
reviewed
yeah,
on the
we
podcast.
did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
So again, DE365. Make sure you go over there. We do a podcast review a day. But yeah, no, the Climb Back, to me, I thought it was very interesting where he placed that track because it's kind of sort of where Ken was talking about. It starts to get a little bit mellow to balance out, but then this one is a little bit more bouncy. It's not doesn't have the same amount of energy as 95 South.
Yeah.
But it has way more energy than everything on the closing. So again, just balance. And then it's not anything where it's kind of like you're trying to go over my head too much or anything.
Right.
The beat fucking notch. Your rapping, your flow switch up is ridiculous. It's like, dog, like, this is it, Cole.
Yeah.
Jermaine.
Well,
this is what it's supposed to be.
You can. I was thinking about that, but he's been doing just fine without
of course,
especially without us.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
So I was thinking about that because I was like, damn, I wonder what made him kind of do this instead of what he's been doing. Because he's gone platinum every time, right?
Yeah. Just
No
about,
features.
No.
Well, the last one or two, and no radio play. Crazy.
That is
Stepped on the damn
crazy.
joke.
I know, right?
I'm just saying.
Stepped all on the damn joke. Stepped on.
I did find it weird where he put interlude though,
So did I.
because it's
don't
so
understand.
late in the
Yeah.
track listing.
Yep.
I mean, I still love that song, but I thought putting it on the latter third was just kind of bizarre. I figured it would be somewhere in the middle. Like if that song was separating, like if that was 7, I think it would have made more sense. But it's not. It's also not my album. So who the fuck am I to say where someone should put a
And
song?
is it a true interlude?
It's an interlude. Cause there's no hook or anything. It's just, he just rapping real quick and he bounces out. And it was a short track.
It was.
Either way, it's a fucking dope track. But yeah, man. J. Cole did it, bro.
Yeah, he did it.
J. Cole did. But I would still. I need to watch that documentary because maybe he talks about it. But I would really like to know what made him go this route as opposed to the other route. Because I always feel like when J. Cole albums are done, I feel like I was really given like a serious dad talk about some shit that I don't
feel like
listening to. Like again, rapping is great, but it's always just like the concepts don't really stick with me. I just found it interesting that he still covered a lot of important topics and concepts and ideas on this, but it sounded invigorating and it sounded inciting and I didn't even know that he had that many flows in his back pocket. Like this dude really brought a lot of shit to the table.
I thought 95 South was definitely a dope track, and the fact that he named it 95 South because his relationship with New York, and that you take 95 North Carolina, New York.
You hear 95 South,
connection.
you think the South.
Yeah.
Regardless, Florida, North Carolina, you think that whole, stretch.
I thought about the rap group.
I did too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
thought
I'm just
about-
saying, but like when I
yeah.
thought watching that documentary, his love for New York and his connection to New York, 95 is
The way you get there.
Where you get there, yeah. So I think that was interesting that he called that 95 South, and he was rapping his ass, and it had a New York feel, like a bouncy New York feel.
It did, which is why Cameron worked on it.
Yeah.
And then to close it,
With
because it's like you starting up top.
Yeah.
J. Cole is motherfucking North Carolina in the middle, and Atlanta's down south, further south. So yeah, man, that shit fucking worked, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I thought
So it
that
had
was
nothing to
interesting.
do with who there it is.
No.
I was wondering. I was like,
no,
why is
You were waiting for one of them to come in and be like, whoop, there
It's
it
the
is.
connection. It's the-
Yeah.
it's the-
Chaka-laka,
Chaka-laka.
Chaka-laka, chaka.
It's
Rock and roll, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Damn.
It's the connection, man. It's that New York connection. 95 South. You take 95 South and
man.
head down to North Carolina.
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. Sorry to disappoint you, bro. That's why he called it 95 South.
Y'all got favorite tracks?
Hell yeah, I got favorite
Ooh,
tracks.
there it
God
is.
damn it.
Who goes first?
All right. I got 95 South, My Life, Punching the Clock, Let Go of My Hand, and Hunger on Hillside.
Give me Amari, My Life.
Amiri.
It's an A. Where does the E come from?
Trust me.
I believe
That's
you.
Amiri?
Yeah.
Who is
That was
that?
Amari too.
It's a designer. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's Amiri.
95 South, Punching the Clock. I guess the first 5, man. Applying Pressure.
Okay. For me, give me 95 South, My Life, Applying Pressure, Punching the Clock, Interlude, The Climb Back, Hunger on Hillside.
Wait, was that like?
That was like,
that's
that was like half
8
the
tracks,
album.
yeah.
That was a lot.
I'm a fucking cheating all the damn time. All right. I'm going 95 South, My Life, Punching the Clock, definitely 100 million. Did I miss one? Punching Clock, 100 million. Oh, and Close. Yeah.
J. Cole, if you watching, look, I appreciate another dope album. I've been one of the few people on Dead End Hip Hop that have liked your later work, and you just added to that collection for me. Definitely sound hungry, man. Definitely sound like you got something to prove, and I think I said that in the podcast review last year when you dropped the little 2-track EP, and then even with the track review for Interlude, you know, I was like, yo, it sounds like you in a different bag, and it just makes sense with the project being called The Off-Season. You go back and work on your game to make sure that you don't fall off. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what you did, because I feel, you know, even in your documentary, you said like a lot of artists that where you are right now, it's easy to fall off. It's hard to maintain and to continue to get better where you are. So I like that. I like the fact that, you know, it sounds like musically you're not resting on your laurels, you're not resting on your success and everything that's happened in the past. You're still striving to push yourself and to continue to prove yourself as a dope ass MC, and you accomplished that. I appreciate the work.
J. Cole, if you're watching, good album. I definitely enjoy listening to this a lot. Yeah, like I was saying, I think it's well balanced. And I think you give us a little of new Cole versus old Cole, and it worked out really, really well. I like the idea of you working with rappers, you know, your colleagues. I think that's dope as well, and tapping into some of that young energy. So, and different producers as well. That's one of the things that B has you know, discussed before, and I now see why. Definitely brought something different. It felt like it brought something different out of you, just as a listener. I don't know how you feel, but just as a listener, it felt and sounded different. So I thought that was dope. So yeah, I think looking ahead for you, depending on where you go, but I think this is a good way to, you know, kind of extend your extend your career to a point where you can acquire new fans, and as well as continue to serve the old fans, you know. And I think that's dope. Yeah. It's always, you know, when you get to a certain point, you want to kind of stay around and be relevant and stuff like that. So even though you could have continued to do what you were doing regardless, but yeah, good shit.
Yeah, J. Cole, if you're watching, man, good job with this album, man. This was a good one. This was definitely dope. It gave me that old feel I used to love when I was listening to your older stuff, man. And this one, you nailed it. You nailed it, man. This was definitely great, and it's good too, because I hopefully, you know, as far as in the mainstream, because we consider you one of the mainstream guys, so it kind of, you know, hopefully it puts some pressure on the other cast to kind of drop some quality project. This is really like the first real good like mainstream project to drop this year. So I'm hopefully you set that bar high and they'll follow suit. But yeah, good job on this album, man. I'm here. I'm with you. So I'm with you on this one, man. So keep it up.
Shit, you got new Nicki Minaj.
J. Cole, if you're watching, you're probably not watching because we haven't been very kind. And if you do happen to stumble upon this, been on my apology run lately, so I'll just continue. And I'm sorry for being a dick. I'm sorry. Regardless of me liking the music, been an asshole, so I apologize. That out of the way, I really enjoyed this project, man. I think you did your thing. I think you pulled back on some of the things that I've not previously enjoyed with your albums. I think you didn't overthink this one. I think this album to me sounded like you sat down, you had an idea of what you wanted to do, and you just didn't overdo it. You gave it the perfect amount of seasoning. You salt baithed that motherfucker, and it came through great. You know, before you might have been turning the whole shaker over, you know what I mean? But this time it was just the perfect amount. And I think it sounded great, man. I think you sounded really good over this production. I really, really liked the multiple flows you had here. But yeah, man, that's really all I can say. I think this is a very good project. It's probably not saying anything to you, but this is definitely the best I've heard from you so far. So great job. And by the way, much success with the basketball thing. Apparently I fucked up in the track review. Didn't know he was playing basketball. I thought he was leaving basketball alone by calling it the off season. I don't know shit about sports, but I hope that the whole basketball thing goes great for you, bro.
Yeah, he tapped into the black side on this one.
We're not. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Trying to stop making enemies these days, man. God damn. No, cut that camera, bro. Why are you still recording?